afternoon, good day everyone. Welcome back to One Shot, the show where we have one camera, no editing, but Gert Hemming and Sean David. How you doing, Gert?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Same here. Now, we wanted to talk about Demarcus Cousins, who at one point was one of the biggest stars in the NBA. But now things seem to go for the worse, and we want to talk about, is his career over?
Wow. I mean, you're saying two things that are hyperbolic. On the one end, he's one of the greatest superstars. I never really saw that. And then what did you say after that? On the other end, negatively, that he's been kind of off the radar. Man, he's been gone. So, is his career over? Boy. See, I don't want to speak in a negative manner of the number 13, 14, 15, or even 12, 11, 10 guys on NBA rosters. They also have a legitimate career going, yeah? Do I see a sort of role for Demarcus Cousins in that sense somewhere? Yes. Does that mean then his career is over? No. But that's not how that's not how we mean the question.
Is his superstar career over?
Yeah, see, I never saw him as a superstar. We can discuss that in a minute. But as much hype as he has gotten from the press and from also players around the league. I mean, you know, they seem to speak highly of his basketball skills on the court. Is that over? Yes, but that's my opinion.
Okay, well, you're shocking me in terms of saying that he was no superstar. I mean, we're talking about a guy who was a multiple All-Star, who was averaging like 25 to 27 points, plus 10 to 12 rebounds. If those aren't superstar numbers, what is?
Well, you know, and again, I'm influenced. Look, the numbers scream superstar. He was on teams that weren't really successful. I think the most successful
Pelicans.
Yeah, the 40 some games that he played with the Pelicans together in a sort of rendition of the Twin Towers together with Davis. That was maybe the most successful he was.
Yeah.
As a team, on a team base. You know, within that system, his numbers were a little bit less than when he was on lesser teams with the Kings and elsewhere. And I think more things go into superstar status than mere numbers. I think his numbers didn't really jump off the paper or off the laptop screen and scream superstar. And then you have other things that maybe are a little bit contradicting, meaning my opinion and what you hear from others. And I can allude to that. You do not hear much negative things or many negative things about Demarcus Cousins, really, from his teammates.
No.
They seem to all like him.
Yeah.
I somehow have I can't get over the hump to liking him. I don't know why that is. I can't put my finger on it, but I just have a difficult time liking him. He's sullen. He's maybe he's camera shy or has difficulty being in front of the camera. But in front of the camera in interviews, he's sullen. He's unlikable, and that is in direct opposite, in contradiction, really, with what you hear from his teammates. They seem to love him, so that is more important. And maybe I'm completely wrong. But superstar status, I definitely don't want to put that stamp on him. So he cannot lose that, in my opinion, if he never had it. But whatever he had, he's also lost. He's 30 years old, didn't play last year, Achilles tendon. I mean, then the way he plays is out of style also. It's going to be difficult for him.
Okay, I agree that it's going to be difficult for him. Concerning the liking him, I think he's just bad with the media. Because if so many of his teammates say that he's a good guy, that usually tells you something about it. Because I'd rather have a player who's bad with the media but a good teammate
100%.
than vice versa, right?
100%.
Right?
But I'm not a teammate.
Very true.
Yeah, I've never been a teammate of his, and I find it difficult to find that little spark that the teammates are talking about. But you're right. It's much better to have all your teammates liking you and me, Gert Hemming, one shot sort of guy, not liking you or liking you a little bit less. That's of course preferable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, concerning his future in the NBA, I also see that of course he would have the chance on any roster being the 7 or 8 guy. That is no question. I feel that he still has a chance to be a decent player in the starting lineup. I really feel so, simply because of the fact the NBA hasn't got too many great big players. So that is one of the weaker positions. If he was a point guard, it's going to be difficult because every team has a good point guard. With the big position, I think that they will be one of the I don't want to say worst teams, but of the weaker teams that would have a spot for him. But he won't average 25 and 12 anymore. I think after that one season where he totally didn't play, the season prior where he only played a little bit, I mean, there's a reason why he didn't play for so long. That already tells you that something is not going the way it should. But I gotta say, I was surprised that he wasn't re-signed or that he didn't stay with the Golden State Warriors, because
isn't that strange?
That is really strange, because it's not like the Warriors had too many bigs, so they could use a big player. I was a little bit surprised by that.
I mean, last season with the Golden State Warriors would have been a perfect place for him to
get back in shape.
Two things about the things that you said. First, his career was kind of dwindling already. I think he went on the I think $1 or $2 million salary cap exception. His last contract that he signed. I mean, minimum sort of wage for his sort of stature. And you just don't do that if you got things going for yourself. That's one. Second, I'm going directly 180 degrees opposite of what you said. You said your argument was that he can latch onto a team because the position, there's not too many good players on that position. That's correct, what you're saying. But I think the conclusion of that is doesn't speak for his chances, because why are there not so many great bigs or bigs that play the way he does? I mean, the league has shifted. They're athletic, quick fives that shoot, have range. Demarcus Cousins has range, but he has the slow sort of range. You know, they have five that are athletic. Rim runners, pick and roll, pick again, re-pick, sprint somewhere else, set a pick. Then you have to hedge, switch, that sort of thing. Yeah. That's exactly opposite to what Demarcus Cousins can do defensively, first of all. Offensively, he cannot do that either. So I think, yes, you're right. The classic big man, to where Demarcus Cousins kind of belongs to, with the exception that he also can shoot three-pointers, is gone. But the teams have adjusted and have these super athletic, fast fives that rim runners, pickers, re-pickers, that sort of thing, and can switch on defense. Demarcus Cousins can't do any of that, so I think that speaks against his chances to prolong his career.
All right. Now, we have our opinion. Obviously, you guys have your opinion, so we will be curious about what you guys think. His
opinion is wrong, by the way, but go ahead.
Is Demarcus Cousins' career over? Please post it in the comments below. Don't listen to this guy. And we see you next time on Watch Shots.
All right.